The idea came, I think we were in a bar and we were drinking, and the typical argument is who was better sexually, men or women. And then it progressed into who made the better animated films, because we're both animators, and we argued about who made the best films. I don't know, is that your recollection?
Yeah, and then of course the next typical step was to just scientifically test which gender is better at making animated sex films. So we decided to have a mad scientist who has the measure the sound levels, and there's a number, you know. So it's absolutely objective. There's no opinion. Like, I can think a lot about men, and Bill can think a lot about women, but it's objectivity that is, you know, working.
Yeah, but except the women always try to sit up front and pack the audience, and so it's not fair. The men got to push the women back, so it's more fair.
Well, after all, women make better films, okay?
Oh,
yeah, right. I mean, why? What do you mean? People love women films.
They're boring. They're boring. There's no sense of humor. They're way too long. There's no erection quality in there.
Well, look at men finish films in 1 minute. You just start to watch them and they are over. So what's good about that?
There's no harm.
I had 3 criteria that for me are important. First of all, that it's very erotic, very sexy. Second of all, that it's well made, tells a good story. And then third, funny. I like humor in my films. I think humor is very important to the sex act, actually. At the end of sex, I'm always very smiley and happy and having a great time. So I think that's important with film, too.
Well, I don't believe that Bill is smiling after a sex act, because after a sex act, men tend to fall asleep.
I'm different. How do you know? How do you know?
I don't know. I asked a couple of your girlfriends because this is my experience. Okay, so I selected the films according to what I felt represents female sexuality. I wanted to show the imagination and wildness of female mind, and that was my main criteria.
Well, the reason I like animation is because it is a direct recreation of what's in my imagination. And animation is the only art form that can actually show what you see in my brain. And so for me, it's the perfect art form. I've been doing animation for 20 years now, and I love showing my films. I love doing sexy films. I love doing erotic films. So yes, animation is the perfect art form.
Well, but the question was animation for sex films. Like, why is it perfect for sex films? And I feel it's perfect for sex films because you can use metaphors, you can use images. Like, you don't have to show genitals. You can show many other objects, and it becomes.
Why are women afraid of showing genitals?
I'm not afraid of showing genitals. It just gets boring to seeing the same thing over and over again.
So you don't want your boyfriend to be naked?
Well, that's different. That's the sex act. I'm talking about making movies. Okay. Okay. So yes, animation is really a good medium to explore sexuality.
But that's all right, baby. 'Cause we're gonna get freaky, bird. Know what I mean?